What's going on, guys? Welcome to the OutCrowd podcast, episode number 166. Everyone always told us that our opinions didn't matter, and as it turns out, they were right. What's going on? I'm Zach.
Jared.
Quack.
And I'm Schmulty.
What's up, Schmulty?
What's up, dude?
What have you been streaming lately? Because
Dead by Daylight.
is that it?
Yeah, a little bit of Apex, a little bit of Rogue Company, but then I just played Dead by Daylight afterwards.
I literally fell asleep watching your stream the other night.
Nice.
I probably watched 15 seconds of it. I was so fucking tired. And I was laying. I was like, oh, Schmulty's started streaming. It was like 10:15 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Clicked on it. I'm like, oh, my eyes are heavy. So I set my phone down and I fell asleep.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I was haunting your dreams.
Yeah, you were.
You know what I walked into last night?
What?
What looked like him innocently playing World of Warcraft by himself in his living room. He says, Kirsty's tanking upstairs.
Wow. Kirsty's playing now.
I almost sent her a message saying, you fucking nerd.
About time. You said you were going to get
I've
her
done
to
it.
play it like when I was playing.
Well, I got a new computer a little while back. And so, because she wanted one, she wants to write and stuff like that. So I got a new one, gave her my old one. And then I was just like, get upstairs. We're going to play. We're going to try it. And she digs it. She likes it. She's,
You want to know something?
what? Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to know something.
He won't care. He already knows.
Okay.
I reinstalled WoW.
Well, yeah, but have you played?
No, I was right there.
I was gonna say-
Reinstalled it.
Because every fucking time I get on, and it says Zach last online like 9 months ago.
It should say like 5 days ago now because it
Did
was
it?
Saturday. I downloaded everything.
Oh.
Why?
It's time.
I've been feeling like playing again.
All right.
The new expansion. Now's the time.
It was free weekend.
Yeah,
I didn't get on soon enough.
that's right. It was. Yeah. You get-
It was like Friday through Sunday, and it was like Saturday night. And I was like, oh, I get 1 day free. It's like, that's enough to do nothing. So.
you should play, man. It's cool. Get y'all geared up.
And we're back.
There it is.
Hey.
I thought you were pointing at me like, you should play. I was
No,
like, no,
Fuck no.
not doing it.
we just needed the "and we're back,"
And we're back.
but now we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Are we back? Did we play the music? I didn't hear it.
Jared, give us a recap of the music.
I don't even remember what it sounds like anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah, that's pretty close. That'll do.
So recent developments for us. I guess we're making an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Dick pics and feet pics of the pod.
Yeah,
Pog.
all right.
Everyone wants to see Jared's chode.
Is that where that started? To be fair, I just heard about you guys wanting to see my chode.
It happened this morning. Like someone was I just typed in there and then it just spawned.
And I feel like I have an obligation to provide.
You gotta be there for your fans.
But most of these fuckers are not of legal consenting age. So
True.
There's some logistics here that we'd have to work out.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OnlyFans has an age limit, I think.
An age limit?
Probably, if you can share nudes.
Is
Yeah.
it like Pornhub where
No way.
you
You just click
the
a
box that
button.
says,
Yeah.
I am 18.
Yeah. But that saves you
Which
from the
covers
law.
it.
Yeah.
Which covers
does.
it, I guess.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Well, the one idea I did like that would be really easy to film and it'd be kind of fun would the first time Jared met Colton. Like we could literally film that in 5 minutes up there and make people pay for it.
Yeah, it would just be a view like this, the camera over my shoulder watching the door,
Vroom.
Colton in his underwear.
Yeah.
That would be it.
That's the whole thing.
With some slaps following, like
Yeah, we could set
you
up.
can hear him being slapped on his way up the stairs.
Yeah, we set up a mic so you can hear some slaps. And hear the boop, 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 boop.
That was in this house.
Mm-hmm.
You could just go up to exactly where it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Peppers.
And I remember thinking, that was rad.
And it was Call of Duty time.
That's right. That was.
Yeah, he brought all his shit in, his own little TV, his own Xbox, set it on the ledge by the window. Banana chair, I think, even.
Banana chair.
That was the setup for a while. That's how we played Skyrim together. Or, well, not get together, but we'd hang out while we played.
I bought the new Call of Duty yesterday.
Cold War?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about buying it. Everybody wants me to.
I just want to try. I want to try the zombies. I hear it's really cool. They have health bars. The zombies.
Weird.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Mad weird.
And you start with like classes. You start with a loadout.
Yeah.
I think it brings more excitement when the zombies don't have health bars.
Oh, well, we'll see. This is the first time they've had it. So.
Yeah, it makes it very
That's
scary
weird.
because you don't know when he's gonna fucking die.
And like later rounds, you never know.
Yeah, 'cause if you can see their health bars, you can start planning out mags and things like that.
Yeah, might be the point.
I don't know. I think they should go without the health bar.
I think they've gone to. They try it every year. They try and get more and more like expansive and crazy. It's like the beauty of this game is the simplicity of this game.
Change just for change's sake isn't always good.
No, you just need, like the classic, just zombies is where it's at.
Give us new maps, maybe even a new story, but keep the game. But I'm gonna try it, and I got into, or Mason got really into. He loves Call of Duty all of a sudden. He just fucking loves it. He has downloaded the mobile one, plays that, and
He's been hammering on Halo lately.
Well, yeah, because I said he can't get on my fucking computer anymore.
This is when I walked in the house yesterday, first thing, help me. I was like, what are you playing? And then I was like, oh.
Halo. Well,
Yeah, and then you
And
just
then he's
take
like,
over.
can I have it back? And I was like, back off, kid.
you opened a nostalgia door that cannot be closed.
Back off, kid.
Yeah. Well, I got him the Game Pass because I'm not spending fucking a bunch of money. He's 4.
Game Pass is nice.
We got him Game Pass. We downloaded like Halo ODS or Halo Guardians and the Master Chief Collection and all that stuff.
Dead by Daylight's on Game Pass.
Is it? I think I have it on PC. Is it crossplay?
Yeah,
It
it's
is
crossplay.
That's how I would do it.
Are most of them like crossplay now?
They're starting to, yeah. A lot of games are.
All
Apex just went crossplay as
Call
well.
of Duty that's one of the last ones I thought would.
That's the
Call of
best.
Duty.
That's the best idea ever.
Yeah.
It really is. There's like no downside.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mainly because I get to play Call of Duty against console people
That's fun.
and fuck them up.
Mhm.
I've been hearing the new Xbox is kind of not all that great. Like it overheats really easy.
Really?
Yeah, I heard the hard drive overheats.
Like I saw
They're having
a
some
video
disk
of
drive
one
issues.
that was like smoking out of the
Yeah,
like,
that was fake.
Yeah, that was vape smoke.
Someone blew vape smoke into their Xbox and let it blow out.
And then
Yeah.
Xbox's actual Twitter account said, "I can't believe we have to say this. Please do not blow vape smoke into your Xbox."
I heard they're having overheating issues.
I saw a PS5 display overheat in Best Buy. They had a PS5 out,
Oh, really?
and it said, "Your hard drive is too hot. Turn it off till it cools down," or something. And it was a huge thing.
Alert,
Yeah,
power down.
everybody was laughing.
The one thing about the Xbox I did see that was fun was it's got that, the big top that's a fan. If you put a ping pong ball right there and then turn it on, the ping pong ball will float.
Really?
The fans are strong enough to just keep it floating above your Xbox.
That's kind of cool.
That's cool.
How much is the new Xbox? I've seen $500. I've seen over 1,000.
No.
1,000 is resale. Like if you and I went and bought 10 Xboxes and then we were like, and then we started selling them on eBay, they're going for like 1,000.
A lot of scalpers.
People are fucking idiots because if you're going to spend $1,000, you can buy a very decent computer and it'll be better than the
Right.
Xbox.
Yeah, for real.
Like if you're going to spend that kind of money.
And you could just plug in a fucking controller to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get one. I like it.
You got to wait until after the holiday
Yes.
season and then into next year and eventually they'll start doing fucking deals.
That's
Where
what
it's
I
like,
was thinking.
Xbox is $450, but it comes with this game, and a controller, and this,
and the platinum controller, the elite controller, or whatever.
You gotta wait.
I might even wait till the next generation or the next
version
of the Xbox Series X, like the Slim or whatever. It's always so much cheaper. So
that's basically what you got now, the white one.
Yep, that's what we did with that one.
Yeah, that's what I have too. The Xbox One
Slim or
S.
No, I think it's the X, Xbox One X, because mine does 4K.
Yeah, mine's 4K too.
But the S is 4K video, the X is 4K gaming.
Stretched.
Because the X is a little bit more expensive.
Oh fuck! Then I don't even know what I have. It's white and skinny.
Yeah. Well, they made new versions of the Xbox One, but they made more than one.
Oh.
They were different price points. Like the Xbox One S was cheaper and it did 4K video, and then the Xbox One X was more expensive but did 4K. But both of them were cheaper than the original price of the fucking Xbox One.
Yeah, that was like $600. Yeah, when it first came out. Either way, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
It's a good call.
Yeah.
Especially if they need to figure out some kinks.
Yeah.
Sounds like they do.
The last thing I need is another red ring of death going on.
Right.
That made me want to kill somebody.
Those were scary times.
They were scary times. You never knew if your Xbox was actually going to turn on.
Yeah.
And if it turned on with the red ring, you had to turn it on with a red ring,
wrap it in a
towel, and let it run until it overheated itself and turned off, and then you let it cool down, and then turn it on, and it would work.
Yeah.
But that was kind of wishy-washy. Sometimes you'd turn it on and it'd still be red.
It was way more scary back then because I might have had $10 for mowing a lawn.
Yeah.
That was all the money I had.
Yeah, there was no like, I gotta go. Let's go buy a new one. I guess
I don't want to spend the money, but all right, I'll go get a new one. Not like that. It's like I'm gonna have to mow a lot of lawns, and I'll get it in maybe 4 months.
It's like my parents are not buying.
No.
Is this the 360?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the 360 days.
I'm gonna say I've never had a problem with mine, but
No, yeah, the red ring was Xbox 360 days, and I had
the
it.
golden era of Xbox.
I had it once, and I was so fucking pissed. And I think I had just started working, so eventually I went and bought my own. This is the first time I ever bought my own console, and it was the Xbox One or Xbox 360, Slim, the newer version. And then you had your own. But it was like every day you come home from school, you want to play, red rings, you wrap it in a fucking towel, you're pissed, turn it on, let it fucking overheat,
so
let it
you
cool
would
down.
come home every day knowing there was a possibility of the red ring.
And then like the towel trick, you look it up on YouTube, it was called like the towel trick. That only worked probably like 2/3 of the time. So you spend the time to wrap it in a blanket or a towel, turn it on, and it takes, however long to overheat.
5 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, and so you're just sitting there, and then it overheats, turns off, you undo the towel, you let it cool off, then you turn it on, and then it's like a 2/3 whether or not it's actually going to work.
See, and for us, when I was young, it was blowing in the cartridge,
Yeah.
putting it in,
We did that too.
keeping it going. And then finally you would get it, and you're like,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
power goes out. You're like,
The Nintendo 64 days,
Yeah.
plug it in, can't read.
And then right on the back of those cartridges, it
Don't
said,
blow.
do not blow in bottom.
Yeah.
And I was like, go fuck yourself. That's the only way to get it to work. So.
Yeah, that was a very common thing to see. Someone fucking plugging it in. Still says cannot read. God.
plug it in.
And then you get more aggressive with putting it in the first. It's like and then it ends up being a duh.
Yeah, you fucking put it in.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, it started.
Yeah.
Do-do-do.
Or I remember back in the old school days of like, Xboxes and PlayStations, that when the discs would get scratched.
That's what I was
trying
thinking.
to figure out all the fucking hacks for that.
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste was
And you
the
wipe
best
off the
one.
toothpaste
Yeah.
and you put it in the toilet bowl and flush the toilet so the water just cleans the whole thing, and then you pull it out and use like what are those cloths? Microfiber.
Microfiber, yeah.
And then you put it in and see if it'll read. And
Then
if
you
it
go,
doesn't, then you fucking start it again. Get the more
Please.
toothpaste.
Yeah.
The toothpaste trick really worked.
Oh, it worked, yeah.
Yeah, it really did.
You would put it in like your console and it wouldn't read, so you'd eject it and you'd put the toothpaste and wash it and then, clean it off. And then, you could use like the sink or the toilet and just flush it. And and the water just goes around it. It cleans it without having to, like you don't have to use your hands, kind of thing, and then dry it off and use a cloth, and that would work.
So how much toothpaste did we go through back then? Did Mom ever get tired of buying toothpaste?
You basically had to have one for you and one for your fucking
one for your
discs.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely worked. I don't know why. I have no idea why it would work.
It's like something in the toothpaste that fills in the cracks and the scratches.
Yeah.
Like who figured that out? Like,
Right?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I'm gonna lather this up with toothpaste. That's got to do it.
Can you use generic, or do you got to go like Colgate?
Gotta get the good
I
shit.
can't remember, but I remember hearing that there was a certain kind that was better for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird.
There's something in the toothpaste.
And of course, someone figured it out.
Well, that was like, I don't understand how the overheating of the Xbox fixed the red ring. Because the red ring would happen because inside of there was a couple of components, and there was one buffer right here that would keep this part from touching this part that was like the heat sink, and there was that buffer right there, and that was supposed to keep the heat from getting into the system. So the red ring was caused by that, like, not working. This part wouldn't work. Huh. So why overheating the entire system and then turning it on again would work, I have no idea. Because I looked up a YouTube video on how to fix it, and it was like you took apart the Xbox, pulled off that part, and replaced that piece, and that piece was like just I can't remember what it was, but to fix it, all they were doing was taking a penny, putting electrical tape on it, putting the penny in the place, closing it, and they'd never have a problem again.
That's so fucking crazy.
Just one little component that was doing it.
So was the red ring notorious even when the 360 was brand new?
I don't know if it was brand new. I think it was kind of over time that they started to break down.
All right.
Just a longevity in the engineering, that one piece, I guess. Huh.
Well,
now it's all downloads, man. Discs are out. That's so 2000.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Don't need a stupid disc.
I haven't had a disc for a game since like Battlefield 4 or something.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Or no, I think... Oh, no, that was your game. Mortal Kombat X you got on a disc. And I have that now, I think.
I do miss the trips to GameStops and stuff.
Yeah, me too, but I don't miss paying 20% more for everything at a GameStop.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
And they give you $5 to return it brand new.
Yeah, well, like, that's why I used to like to buy discs, is because if the game sucked, I had a physical copy to bring back, and I'd get half of my money back towards something else, which half is better than none.
Yeah, if you returned it in like a week, you could just be like, I didn't like it.
Really?
Little known secret.
I didn't know that.
I used to exploit that shit.
Yeah,
Buy a game and play it for a week, and I'd be like, I don't like it anymore, and they'd refund me. Store credit.
Full? But
Yeah.
full?
I got
fucked.
I got a couple full returns too. Like, I'd buy the game and it would fucking be terrible, and I'd take it back. Like, I played it once and it sucks. Well, we're not supposed to, but we can give you $60 of game store or credit in the store. Fucking done. I'll just buy that right there. I see the game that I know I'll like.
Yeah.
I'll just take it.
Oh, fuck.
Yep, that's what I did.
They were pretty expensive when I couldn't find the power cord for my Xbox. Yeah. I called them and they said, well, we can order it. It was like $80 or something like that.
Jesus.
And I had already Amazoned it, and I found the Xbox brand for like $24.
Right.
And I said, that's pretty... And he was like adamant about me coming in to the store, which I thought was weird. If you can just order it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just pay for it from here. But anyway, I was like, that's a little steep. I found one for $24. He's like, yeah, but is it Xbox brand? I said, yes. He says, are you sure? I said, yes. He says, well, when that one quits working, come and see me. Like, who the fuck are you?
Right. Who the fuck are you?
I was like, okay.
Well, people don't like to hear that.
What should it matter to this dude that's getting paid $8 an hour to sell video games to nerds?
Maybe
honestly, he's probably the manager,
is
and
what
he's
I
the
was
only
thinking.
one that works there anymore.
Yeah.
He can't
Him
afford
and
it.
one other
Right.
employee
Yeah.
cover 35 shifts a week
Yeah.
because they can't pay for labor. But that reminds me, like, I couldn't for the fucking life of me turn off my secondary water at my house to winterize my sprinkler system. Because the shutoff was like, it's in the ground next to the main, next to the primary water, and it goes down like 3-4 feet, and there's a little
water key.
Little 2-prong thing, and you turn it to turn off your secondary water. But there's rocks in the bottom of that, and so my father-in-law had this like dinky little, really thin metal. It wasn't even strong. I couldn't get around the rock, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna call somebody, have them come out and do it. What's it gonna cost? $40, whatever. So I call.
You know, you could have got the tool from Home Depot for like 10.
Water key, yeah, they're not very expensive.
Well, it was like there was rocks in the bottom of it, so I was kind of hoping that he would take the rocks out to get to it, 'cause I'm paying him for it. I had a plan.
Okay,
but he didn't. But I call the recommended through this one I call this company, and I'm like, hey, I need you to come winterize my sprinkler system. They're like, okay, how many stations do you have? I'm like, I think there's 8. And so he's like, okay, let me text you a price. Or no. Then he's like, okay, let me look it up. Okay, we can come out in 3 days and do it for $370.
Holy shit.
And I was like, I'm like, excuse me? And he's like, yeah, it's $40 or $50 a station. So come out to, $370 or whatever. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to pay that. Thank you for your time. I'm going to find someone else to do it. He's like, okay, well, I'll keep in contact with you. I'll see if I can't get that down. And I was like, okay, if you can get that down to $50, call me. And he laughed, and he's like, hangs up. I call another guy, $45. Came out that day, did it. And then the next day, the first guy texts me. He's like, hey, I talked to my boss. We got it down to $200. When do you want us to come out and do it? And I was like, thanks for getting back to me, but I found someone to come and do it for $50, like I said. And he kind of had the same attitude as the GameStop guy.
Well, when your water line,
yeah, kind of. He was like, he's just kind of like, oh, well, for that amount of money, like, what are they actually gonna do? Yeah, and I was just like,
shut up, bitch.
See ya. I was like, bye.
Did they just turn it off, or did they blow out the system?
They turn it off. They blow it, and they checked all the heads too. And
so that guy did it for $45.
Yeah, I gave him $50. I'm like, thanks. And I told him too. He came out, and I was like, someone almost charged me almost $400 for this. And he's like, who? And I was like, just a sprinkler company. And then he's like, yeah, He's like, I didn't know we could charge that much for it or something. And I was like, I'm glad you did it, man. That was...
You got the ball
He's like,
fucking crazy.
He's like, fuck, you hear him answer a phone call. I can do your system. It'll be about $250, $300 though.
He's like looking at you.
Yeah.
Staring right at you.
Yeah. But yeah, that was...
Well, who the hell is GameStop to give you shit, too, for it not being Xbox? Because they sell,
third party.
70% of their fucking inventory is bullshit inventory.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, you'd send mom or, your dad or whoever to go get you something, and they, Christmas comes around, and you're like, oh, cool, a new Xbox controller. And then you fucking look at it, and it's not.
It's Chinese writing on the back.
Yeah, it's like the company is called, it's some made close version of Xbox. You know how they make up those names that are close enough?
Mm-hmm. It's like Circle Square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you plug it in, and instantly when you're playing with it, you can just tell that it's just the worst.
It's just different.
Yeah. So no matter, you're that controller is designated for player 2 or beyond. If you have 2 controllers, that one's always player 3 gets to suffer with this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Remember those brand stuff?
You have to.
That's
the
how you
rest
gotta
of it's
do
garbage.
it. You remember those the original Xbox controllers that were blue and glowy?
Yes. Yeah. Do you remember the see-through ones?
Yeah.
The green see-through ones?
Yeah.
With the green LEDs in it?
Mm-hmm.
Awful. Just awful
so shit,
controllers.
Dude. It's like, oh, it glows. And then you play with it, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, but
good times.
Some things are just worth the money.
For sure.
I mean, you can feel the difference. Like, I recently bought a new controller,
Yeah.
but I asked the guy if I could hold the off-brand one, just feel it. I mean, you can feel it right there on the spot.
Yeah.
The way the sticks respond. That shit's important.
Isn't the size even? Isn't it?
The other one was
bigger?
just a little bulkier.
Yeah, a little thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that matters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially
It's like getting a new mouse.
Yeah, like mouse. You want to like that's one thing. Well, I think you actually bought me a mouse that I never tried, but it's fucking dope. It's a Logitech G502.
Logitech makes good shit.
But yeah, like that kind of stuff, you want to test it, especially if you're trying to play more than just like, basic little kiddie games. Like if you're actually trying to fucking play something, you want it to be a good controller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to be.
Well,
playing with
and
those
we're not 12 anymore. I have the money,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna buy the good shit.
Well, that's
Exactly.
why I think I've told this story before, but it's lodged in my brain and will never go anywhere because of how bad I felt. Because I think I needed a controller, and Mom got me one for Easter, which Easter is not like a huge present kind of day. It's
Yeah.
normally like you find a basket and there's something little in there.
Yeah.
There's a fucking brand new like blue, navy blue Xbox controller, Xbox brand,
Nice.
fucking dope.
Oh, that camo one you had?
No, I have that now. This was for the
yeah.
Xbox 360, just back then, and it was super awesome and great controller. And I fucking broke it
Nah.
in rage. Like I can't remember what I was playing. Like
Are you
Call
one
of
of those
Duty.
ragers?
I was kind of,
Attaboy.
It never was.
but like I don't remember what it was. Call of
kinda
Duty
was.
or maybe a racing game or something where I just was fucking pissed. And instinctively you're just fucking on the fucking ground.
And then takes it to the next level, like smashes it, and then gets up and starts fucking stomping
And then
in
he
the
fucking
dirt. Like,
takes
you
a-
fucking piece of shit.
Whips out his dick and starts pissing on it.
Then pours gas and lights it on fire. That
like-
kind of rage.
Yeah.
Those kind of controllers, that wasn't my first one I've ever thrown. I'd probably broken one before, but they were pretty fucking durable. Like
I've
yeah.
never thrown one.
you couldn't. I mean, you can't throw it straight at the ground, but if you grab it and you're upset and you kind of just toss it and it kind of bounces a few times, it's fine.
Yeah.
So are you the type of guy when you rage and throw your controller, do you fucking throw it and then act like you don't care and then look at it and then like walk over to it and like
Check it out.
Well,
Or
so
is that you?
this time I was pissed, and I the second I threw it and it hit the ground, you can tell
Regrets.
you could tell it's broken. Like that was a hard. It probably landed like right on one of the fucking edges.
Yeah.
The second it hits, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I instantly was regretting it. I instantly knew it was broken, but I was like, fuck, let's check it. So I picked it up, and I mean, it was just like cracked in half. Like nothing was working, wouldn't even turn on. And I felt so bad because
And then
I hadn't had it for long. Like my mom had bought me this new controller for Easter. I broke it, and I felt so bad. I was like, I can't.
And then your
I can't
brain's
ever
like,
tell anybody.
then your
Yeah,
brain's
you
like,
can't.
way to go, stupid. Way
Yeah.
to go, stupid. Way to go, stupid.
I just kept, it was basically, and then I was like, fuck, I can never, if anybody ever plays my Xbox, I can't ever let Mom know that I broke that controller that she bought for me.
Yeah.
And that dude at Walmart, when I bought my new controller, he tried selling me like the Ultimate or something,
Yeah.
or tried talking me into it. I was like, well, let's see it. And he's showing me the box. It looks pretty sick.
They are.
It's got, those things that I put on the sticks that elevate them. I forget what those called, but it comes with those, all the shit. I'm like, well, this is pretty slick. And so I asked him how much, and it was like $175. I was like,
Yeah, they're
nah,
ridiculous.
I'll take that red one right there for 60 or 70. I can't remember what it was, but
Yeah.
nice guy. He wasn't. I mean, he was just not like the GameStop guy. He was just like, there's also this one,
Yeah.
and I was almost convinced, but I was like, no, I just can't.
It's too much, dude.
I came close to buying, not that one, but the last one they did that was like the Xbox Pro controller where it had like programmable buttons on the back.
Paddles.
Yeah, I almost bought that, but I just couldn't pull the trigger because even that one was like $100.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I don't need more buttons, dude.
James and them swear by those with the paddles. They always use it for like crouch and stuff so they can slide a lot easier while still aiming, which
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, it does if you're going to play at that level.
Mhm.
Sure.
At like when we were all playing Battlefield 3 and 4 a shitload, I bet we would have loved them.
Oh,
Yeah.
They would have made everything so much better.
For sure.
But I think
we were all really poor back then too.
Yeah.
So
I think those Xbox Pro controllers came out kind of after that.
yeah.
So I was like, man, that'd be really cool, but I wasn't playing as heavily into shooters. Because like most of the games I play now, I need just the 4 buttons. You know, like it's Skyrim. You don't need to have all these fucking buttons to quickly...
Yeah, and whenever I play a shooter now, I just play mouse and keyboard. So
Yeah, me too.
don't really matter.
My
But
brain
they're
can't
cool.
handle more buttons on the controller.
We know.
Sometimes I get grenade and reload mixed up still.
Still?
So your
Yeah.
Gears of War muscle memory.
Yeah.
You used to reload with
Oh,
RB and Gears of War.
yeah.
And then I got into Halo yesterday, and I was all fucked up. Mason was like, "Why do you keep throwing grenades?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know, dude. Stop it." He's like, "You're wasting all of them."
I am a god. He thinks so because he can't kill the hunter or something, and he tries for a really long time for a 4-year-old. And he's finally like, okay, fine, let me see it. And he never makes it easy. He always gives me like 20% ammo on a plasma gun.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm like, you never make this easy for me, man. But okay, let me see it, and then I'll kill him, and he's blown away. And I get him all the good guns. I'm like, all right, here we get the, best of the shit guns because I hate the Covenant weapons. But I'm like, all right, here you go. And then 5 seconds later, after he just shot every single bullet he has into the wall, he'll try it again.
Picks up the little fucking plasma blaster.
It has like 20% left. And he loves walking around with it charged. But if you remember, on Halo 3,
Isn't
it
eventually-
wastes it.
Yeah.
You could hold it forever on 1 and 2, but
Yeah, he's got to learn what all gamers have learned: when something is valuable, you never use it.
right, you just
And
hold
then you
on to
finish
it.
the game, and you're like, "Well, I guess I could have used that a couple of times."
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like that. There's always those memes where it's like you pick up this potion, and it's like extremely valuable, only used when you dire need fighting a boss or something like that. And you're like, okay, so I'll just never use it.
Never. Never.
That's
Pro ZD video.
Like, even though I have 20 of them, eventually maybe I'll use one, but I have to save that for that one time.
Yeah.
But this is the final boss of the game.
Yeah.
But I only have 87 of them.
Yeah. I don't think you understand I don't have enough.
Well, like, our kids are going to be really lucky because if I was Mason, but my parents didn't give 2 flying fucks about video games.
Yeah.
There was nobody to help me.
Yeah.
It was figure it out or you don't get to play. But Mason, all he has to do is say, what do I do here? And then I'm like, I've beaten this 50 times. I know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same with those. You see those memes where it's like, come get dinner. It's like, I can't, I'm playing multiplayer. And then the parent's like, okay, well, when you finish that round, come play.
Yeah.
It's like, did you just understand me?
Yeah.
Because back in the day, parents did not understand.
I'm
I'm in the middle of multiplayer right now.
Yeah, I've said that to both of my kids. Like, Miley, she'll be in, like, playing Among Us. And I'll be like, hey, come for dinner or clean your room or whatever. And she's like, I'm in the middle of a game. I'm like, when it's done, then you can do it. Because I get it.
Yeah, that was never a thing for us.
Fuck no.
That's how it be.
If mom said to come for dinner,
You're quitting the
your
fucking match.
KD's just going to go down. Because you got to go. You don't have a choice. You got to go.
You just gotta leave, dude.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you'd get a penalty for that in a lot of games.
I know. You couldn't join another one for 30 minutes or whatever.
Which I guess would work out because you'd go eat dinner.
That's true.
But yeah.
Yeah, they'll understand. And like, oh, you want this $60 game? Been there. Okay. Not like our parents.
You already have like 10.
Yeah, what do you mean you need another one?
Play this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't understand. This game's completely different.
Yeah.
You already have so many games.
Play the one we bought you last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you just get a game for Christmas?
Mom, it's July.
Yeah, it's July. I've put 80 hours in that game. It's over.
I was never that kid. I was always a one game at a time person.
Yeah.
I still am.
That's why you played WoW for...
Yeah,
20 years.
Beat that up for a while, and then
For a while.
probably 10 years.
Yeah.
I have to mix it up. I'm kind of an obsessive person when it comes to certain things, like gaming. So like that's why I've been playing mostly just Dead by Daylight. But if I don't mix it up, I go insane.
Yeah.
It's all about the grind for me.
I enjoy the grind.
The gear set pieces.
I like the Dead by Daylight grind
Yeah.
because it's simple. You
Yeah.
just play a lot, level up a character, get their perks, play a lot, level up a different character.
I can respect
nice.
that. Yeah.
And then you get to use different perks on different characters. It's like, oh, I got this from David. Oh, I got this from Laurie. I put it on Kate. She'd be my favorite.
On case.
Yeah, I really like the grind. I like getting your gear set. I like showing off a gear set to other players and out healing them on the numbers or doing really hard content because you grind.
The satisfaction of putting a shield build together in the division where the shield does not quit, it doesn't go away.
Fuck yeah.
It's like stepping in with the biggest cock on the planet and taking all the abuse while everyone just gets the pew pew from around. Like,
Yeah.
I did this for you people.
Right.
So you can enjoy this.
There's some pride in that for sure. Yeah.
That's what I was really hoping from Anthem.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that it would be like have a hard grind, and not just like a hard grind, but like a grind that differs. Like I know there was already 4 classes, but there should have been like 10 different ways to play that class.
Yeah.
You know, like the Colossus could have been that guy that you call in that's just the truck that just fucking throws tons of DPS and then, you know, fucks off. And then there should have been the guy that can just sit in the middle, pull out his shield and just be doing some fucking, you know, AoE type shit.
It's not that kind of game.
That kind of stuff is where you can separate yourself and then have fun building different builds.
Yeah.
I've still got a place saved for Anthem in case they come around.
I had to remove some games from the Xbox to get all of Mason's Game Pass ones. Anthem was the first and easiest one. I was like, what can I... Oh, Anthem. Got it.
I removed it, but I'm saving a special place for it.
I hope it works out for you, man. I fucking...
That was a legit game.
If you ever tell me that
You're the one that hyped it up and got me interested in it.
They fooled me. They got me. They bamboozled me.
I think I remember when I saw the E3 thing and I showed it to you and Dave in the truck and I was so hyped.
I wasn't even excited until I saw a video and they specifically said there are classes and roles to play. And I was like, oh my god, that's fucking sick. There'll be a tank. There'll be a healer in some aspects, not like, you know, World of Warcraft healing maybe, but like
some kind of
you'll
healing.
have it more healing centric and like a damage, and I'm sure there'll be melee and range. And I was like, oh my god, this could be awesome. And it was not awesome.
They kind of had those things, but it
Open
was
world. Sure it is.
Yeah, they had the open world and they had the roles, but it was like such a dumbed down, stupid version of it that it didn't make any sense.
It wasn't even open world.
There was open world, but it didn't make sense to play it.
But you were open world by yourself, and there was almost no benefit from going in there.
No, there was no benefit.
Yeah, it's just
there was nothing to do.
you got nothing from it.
Well, there was a small chance you could run into one of the other 3 players that was in your open
I
world.
guess.
I say that with like heavy sarcasm. Like, there's a chance.
Yeah.
Like,
I know
you might help each other out.
there was a couple of times where us 3 and Mike did the open world.
Yeah.
But it was like go around and find a chest. And then I remember
Yeah.
a couple of times we ran into a Titan, which was kind of a fun battle. You know,
Sure.
huge fucking
That
Titans.
5 minutes was fun.
But it didn't like there was no reward to it.
Yeah.
You just killed the Titan and then it'd give you like a gun that's the same gun that you have, but this one does 5+ fire damage and the one that you have does 5+
Nature.
lightning damage,
Yeah.
damn it. And it's like, okay, cool. So neither of these change anything really.
I remember so many times sitting on a hillside looking down at a world event, a boss that I couldn't do on my own, thinking it'd be really sweet if one of those other 3 came over here to help. It's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, open world needs to be more than 4 players. It needs to be bigger, and you need to be able to like a world event needs to be a world event. Like if there's a world event, there should be fucking 20 of you hopping in on that shit.
And the rewards should be worth it.
Yeah.
Like, make it so they sold it, and at least to me, maybe I read it wrong, but they sold that game as like a Skyrim, meaning there would be tons of quests. There would be lots to do if you wanted to ignore the main story and you wanted to complete this quest chain over here. And there was like 10 quests, which were levels. Like,
And really, there were only like 4 different quests because it was the same fucking thing, just over there.
yeah.
Well, the game had problems from the beginning. Ever like the second I logged in and realized that we're not in the same
hub.
together.
Yeah, that was
like when you go into
disappointing.
your hub to like see the world and buy things and shit like that. Like you're by yourself.
Yeah,
That's like it's so much funner. Like even if all you're doing is standing on top of someone while someone's doing something, at least you're enjoying it together.
yeah.
Well, you could, but it was so cheesy. There was that one room
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
where you could end up together.
And that was literally just to show off your stuff.
Yeah.
There was no benefit to be in there. It was like a hangout.
Yeah.
Why would I want to
Launch bay? That's what they called it.
Why do I want to hang out with you? I want to play with people. I don't want to.
And then they step out the door and they're just gone.
Just gone.
Just gone.
You got
It was cool when you'd first open though, and then everyone would join, and you'd see like one guy kind of hovering, and then the other guy would kind of land, and then the fucking Colossus would be boom,
Yeah.
would land in.
That was the shit about the Colossus. You go flying around with that shield out,
Boom.
and then you see like 20 people below you and just fucking dive bomb and just fucking lay waste to everything.
No, for
That was
sure.
the shit, man.
There was really cool aspects of that game, which is why I was so hyped for it. Like, because there was a lot of redeeming qualities, but they just shot it in the dick, man.
And I've got a legendary railgun just sitting there waiting to be used.
Have fun.
Motherfucker goes hard, dude.
Speaking of BioWare, they're remastering the Mass Effect trilogy
Saw that.
back when they made really excellent games.
I only played Mass Effect 2.
I only played 3,
Yeah.
so I'm actually kind of excited. I want to play through it all.
Maybe it was only 3. Maybe. But yeah, I'd be interested to play them all again.
Yeah, it's cool because like your decisions from the first game affect the second, and then affect the third, and so
Yeah.
on, and like remembers everything that happened.
That's really cool.
I think that'd be a fun experience
Yeah.
all the way through. Because I only played 1, and I really like Mass Effect 3, but it'd be way better
Can
to
you
go
have
through
sex
all
with
of it.
aliens?
Yeah,
Yeah.
For real?
That was
can
a-
romance.
Yeah.
Romance.
I might
with
check it out.
aliens.
That's why people were so hyped for BioWare that making Anthem, because all the Mass Effects were huge, and there was so much you could do, and so many like dialogues, and you could have sex and all this shit. And then Anthem was like a $20 fucking game hidden in
phone game.
a yeah.
Fuck.
It was like an arcade game masked with a AAA budget. You know, like
No.
that game essentially had 3 dungeons that you could do,
3,
and then a small quest line. But it was basically like that could have been a fucking arcade game.
I actually said when I finished the campaign, I said, this took a decade to make. I said that out loud. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Call of Duty does this every year.
Yeah.
And it's better. This took you a decade?
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad
I
time.
was really disappointed with that. Maybe that's why I was so upset.
Andromeda was disappointing too.
A lot of people talk shit on that, yeah.
Mhm.
But mainly because it was really buggy, wasn't it?
Yeah, and like the facial animations
Yeah.
were shite.
There was
Yeah.
a lot of good memes about that.
Yeah.
Mhm. I heard the gameplay loop was cool, but
I hope they keep remaking or remodeling or remastering the Resident Evils.
they're doing 4.
Are they?
Hmm?
Hell yeah. I'm fucking buying that for sure.
Yeah, same.
Remember how much we played Resident Evil 4?
I didn't.
Was it just me and Ben?
Yeah, I didn't play that one.
Oh my god, I played the fuck out of that game.
Yeah.
A lot of people's favorite. My favorite's 5, but 4 is definitely one of the best.
Jared and I fucked up 6.
6 was
Like
fun.
we fucking unlocked every character and like mastered every single one of those like missions or whatever, like survivals that you could do.
Mhm.
We beat every single fucking one of them.
My favorite Resident Evil was Resident Evil 0 on GameCube.
Damn.
Mm.
Throwback.
Yeah, where they had the little
Small discs.
discs.
That was one with Jill, right?
What?
He plays Jill.
Yes. Jill
Think so.
Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite. And you got a T-shirt for buying that game.
Nice.
Remember those days?
I
Yeah.
wore that T-shirt too.
I remember.
I wore it till someone had to throw it away for me.
I remember whenever we would go buy either the Halo game or the Call of Duty, I would always buy the book with it, which
Yep.
laid out all the
Mhm.
maps and all the guns and the types and the weaknesses of this bad guy, and I'd always buy that book and read it. And
Nice.
Halo 2, I knew every single spawn point on every single map, so I knew if you died in this region and there was no enemies here, you would spawn here.
The
and
second they die, you're like, heading over.
You're
there.
not.
Yeah.
That's how I played Halo 2, man. I've never been better at a video game than when I was 14 playing Halo 2.
I am interested in picking up a new game.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the fuck I want.
Get Dead by Daylight.
I'd wait.
Crossplay.
Was it?
It is crossplay, yeah. If you wait,
What's the premise of the game? Is it like a zombie game?
No.
it's you got like imagine us four are survivors and one guy's a killer, and our goal is to turn on generators and then get out. And that guy's goal is to kill us, and he does it by he hits you once and you're injured. You can get healed, but you'll be limping. And if he hits you twice, you fall down. And then he puts you on a hook.
Is this the same game that I was watching you play? You were wandering down a hallway, and behind a fence there was this dude like jerking off on a pile of dead bodies.
Oh no,
that was Outlast.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm not interested. I can't do it.
No, it's.
I was like, wait, turn around. Was that guy jerking off on a pile of dead bodies? And he turned around, and he was,
That's
but
so
he wasn't
cool.
there anymore.
That game was fucked up.
That game was super good.
That
It
game
was
scared the
good,
shit
but it
out of
was
me, and I
fucked.
wasn't playing it. I was just watching
Yeah,
it.
that's a scary game.
I think that was
They would
you
say,
were
"So
watching. I think
silky.
He and I were
So
playing.
silky.
Yeah. He disappears when you turn around because when you go out the door, he jump scares you
Yeah.
and starts chasing you.
I can appreciate how sick and twisted that is.
It was fucked.
That's a fucking
That's fucking
that's
terrible.
a dope fucking game. No, Dead by Daylight's like a Survivor, but it's not like a you know it's short like Among Us. You
It's,
know,
yeah, I was
short
gonna say
rounds.
it's a bad reference, but think of it like Among Us. Like there's rounds. It's always the same premise of the game. It's not linear.
Okay.
Like it'd be us
multiplayer.
four hopping into a map, talking to each other, and then there's a killer that's trying to kill you, and we're just trying to survive, and we can help each
So-
other, and we just escape.
So is that the one where you've got like the little camcorder thing?
That's
Outlast.
Also
is-
also
Oh,
Outlast.
that's also Outlast. Okay.
I have
This
2
is-
videos on
yeah,
my
you
channel.
could watch his videos. It's just
I'm gonna upload another one today.
Okay. I'll check it out.
or you could wait. Cyberpunk 2077 is supposed to be coming out. I mean, it's supposed to
Sometime
be out,
in the next decade.
but you know, within the next before too long, it's supposed to come out. That's supposed to
December.
be a big game.
if you're looking for a game to sink a lot of time into, that's probably the one.
It's like a Skyrim kind of game, but in Cyberpunk.
You play. I don't know if you play as Keanu Reeves, but he's in it.
he's in it,
Mhm.
yeah.
You create your own
Wake
character.
the fuck up, samurai. We've got a city to burn.
Speaking of Keanu, Constantine 2 has been greenlit.
I saw
That would be cool.
I didn't see who was attached to it.
Constantine, that is probably my favorite movie. If I'm scrolling through channels and I see Constantine, that's where I'm going to end up.
Mhm. Solid.
I hear they're making a new one.
Did you just hear it like 5 seconds ago?
Is that what you just said while I was not paying attention?
You did hear it just
Yeah.
5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I was trying to slide past that, but clearly I hit a wall. Ran right into that.
Yeah, I don't think much else has been revealed other than it's a go, I guess.
Mhm.
But if it doesn't have Keanu, then who the fuck cares?
Not me.
It's got him.
Does it?
Got to.
I didn't see who was actually attached.
Yeah.
That's the
He
only
was.
person I saw attached to it.
He's the most important one.
He's the most important one in every movie.
If he's in it, yeah.
He is the one.
The one.
He's the one.
There was something else I was going to talk about, but I...
I'll check out your.
Did you guys see that Johnny Depp got wrecked?
Oh, yeah. Hashtag fucking... What's it?
Rip.
Justice for Johnny.
Hashtag justice for Johnny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Amber Heard won the
He lost
lawsuit
that
against
fucking
him.
case against her.
The
even though
domestic violence
He has
case.
87 fucking video evidence of her beating him. He still ended up losing, and then he got fired from the Fantastic Beasts movie.
But
But they have to fucking
they're
pay
paying
him.
him his full salary.
He had shot.
Yeah, dude.
He had shot one scene, so they have to pay him for his entire salary.
That just became the most expensive movie ever made. Because you have to pay another A-lister to replace him.
So is that why I'm seeing petitions to have Amber Heard removed
removed from Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I think it should be Amelia Clark. Get
Fuck
her
yeah,
and
sure.
fucking.
I saw that too. Yeah.
I'm so not usually for replacing, but fuck her, man. No, you don't do that. She's one of the hottest people in the world, but you don't fucking do that to Johnny.
So I mean, what's the end result? Like,
pretty sure he has to pay her a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, but he's also filing a suit right now for defamation.
Yeah, I did see that.
And if it goes through like 100%, you know, like she's 100% guilty, she has to go to jail for up to 2 years.
Good.
And I mean, obviously, she loses all of her money and shit. But yeah, he lost that case, and it's fucking bullshit.
That's so crazy that he actually lost that. Like, that just don't make no sense.
I know.
I like watched the tapes and stuff. I was into it at first,
I followed it pretty closely too.
and then I was like, okay, this is clear cut. Like,
He's gonna
Johnny's
win.
getting abused. Like,
Yeah.
that's fucked.
He had like actual bruises on him, and like,
Yeah, he's got...
He got his finger like cut off,
Yeah,
like
well,
severed.
the main thing was a conversation that he recorded of her admitting.
Mm-hmm.
But did you hear that when he's
Yeah.
like,
like, you hit me, so I have to leave.
and she's like, yeah, I hit you.
Don't be a pussy.
Yeah, like, don't be a
I'm not
pussy.
even hitting you that hard.
And he's like, when you get like that, I have to leave. I just have to leave. And
Yeah,
then
I heard that one.
Yeah, I was like, how does?
And she
What are
wins.
we missing? The public, because
Clearly, she's being abused.
right,
She doesn't get to hit him enough.
Basically admits
Right.
that she's beating him.
yeah,
Yeah.
And he's like,
And he
you hit
still
me.
lies?
He's like, you punch me. You close fist punch me in the face. And she's like, yeah, Johnny, I did. And I'm like, bam, slam. That's a slam dunk for any first year law student. How did he lose?
Yeah, it's freaking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could care less if she's in Aquaman 2 or not.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, it's just stupid that
probably not
it's-
gonna see it.
Like, Harry Potter is WB,
Yeah.
and he got removed from that, but then fucking DC is WB. Like, why is... Like, the WB was just like, oh, well, you lost the suit even though clearly the evidence is on your side, but fuck you. So now people are... Like, it's got 1 million signatures
Damn.
to get her removed. And I fully stand by the... If she's still in it, I won't see it. I'm out.
I think I might die on that hill with you. I don't know. I think I won't see it.
I mean,
If she's in
I
it.
like the first one, and I love what's-his-face,
Jason Momoa.
Jason
dog.
Momoa, and I'm a DC fan, but if she's in it, I'm out. I won't buy it. I won't go to see it in theaters.
What if we see it when it's free?
Nope.
I don't know.
If she's in it, I think I'm completely cutting my ties with Aquaman.
It's not even worth the time, bro.
I'd rather be a fan of Johnny than a fan of...
What if
that.
she goes topless in it?
I'll see
I'll
just
see
the
it.
pictures.
I'll see it.
I'll see just like all I need is the pictures.
I'll
from
see the
it.
whole fucking movie, man.
You don't need all that plot just to get to that point.
Totally possible that she could be topless in there.
She's gonna fucking have to if she ever wants to work again.
Yeah, I hope he wins this suit, and I hope WB is like, well, I guess
We
fan
fucked up.
backlash. We should fucking get rid of her.
Those petitions have power. They've been successful before.
Oh yeah, with a lot less than 1 million signatures.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sign it. Send it to me.
Yeah, I'll sign it. All I've seen is the memes of it, but if I can find it, I'll sign it.
Mhm.
I'm out. I don't fucking...
What if
Like, that's
Johnny
fucked up to
Depp's?
do to anybody.
What if he's like this master manipulator and he really did beat the shit out of her?
We just don't know.
He's just fooled us.
There's no
There's
way.
no evidence.
He's just that good.
Yeah.
He's the world's best character actor.
I think so.
So
He's like the nicest fucking guy ever, too.
he might be, yeah.
Literally,
I
all of his
believe he's-
other past relationships came out and said there was like zero abuse.
Right.
So there's also that.
I bet he's probably truly odd also.
For sure. You can't be that rich and famous without being a little strange.
Yeah, everybody...
Like sitting there like smoking some kind of weird ganja with his legs Indian cross but like backwards so they're on top.
Wearing bead
And one finger's
necklaces.
just out like this the whole time.
Yeah, like all of his past relationships said he's a great guy, and then
While
he's...
this monkey hops around and shits on everything.
I'd still let him.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
You see all the, videos of him like going completely dressed up as Jack Sparrow and stuff to
Children's
hospitals and
hospitals.
Disneyland. Like, he just seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
So fuck her.
Yeah, I saw a video of him in Jack Sparrow costume at Disneyland.
Yeah, and the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
And people were like, "Oh wow, that is so good."
And then he starts talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking cool.
Super cool.
Well, what do you do?
What do you do?
Justice for Johnny.
In the age of signing petitions and boycotting things, I guess we're finally on the side of one.
Yeah, we finally found one we can get behind.
So yeah, I'm behind that one. Fuck it.
Well, if you find it, send it.
Send it.
It's just so obviously, at least to me, maybe that's why it's so like, are you kidding me? It seems so obvious. And every guy can probably, that's every guy's worst nightmare, being accused of that, especially when you didn't do it.
Yeah, no shit.
And so you're like, wow, I don't think he fucking did it, and yet his fucking career's over, or they're trying. So, I don't know.
What is he being accused of?
Domestic abuse, basically. It's just really high profile because they're both worth a fuck ton of money.
I didn't know who the fuck she was until Aquaman.
She's pretty famous.
I had no idea who she was.
She's definitely not as big as him.
She was in Fight Club, not Fight Club, Never Back Down.
Yeah.
She's the girlfriend in Never Back Down.
Yep, that's right. Fucking classic movie.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
I haven't seen that movie in a really long time.
She's dating the main bad guy while he's on top, and then she goes to the next guy on top, which is the new kid. Yeah.
You know, my favorite thing that ever came out of that movie was that at some point someone posted a picture, like, you know, because that big final before the big final fight between them, there's the fight scene in, you know, like in the actual arena.
Yeah.
Someone had a camera up on the deck as the crowd, and they filmed part of it, and then they started putting that around as real, and someone showed it to me. They're like, "Yo, you'll never believe, check this fucking fight out. Check how this end fighted." And it was a scene from that movie.
Yeah.
But it was just taken from a camera up top, and it wasn't, you know, from the movie.
It was from a phone.
Yeah, and I was like,
Which,
I was like, dude, I know this movie.
I've seen that.
I can show you this part right here.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a real fucking fight. This is stunt double.
It was the dude doing all the flips,
Yeah, he
and
did
then
like
he
a big flip.
runs at him,
He's
and then
doing
he just
capoeira.
one punched him.
oh, yeah. The
That-
one guy just stood there and, like, he was like, bam, and the dude was like...
That's from a movie.
Yes, but the
I
camera
saw that a
angle,
long time ago.
camera angle's like up here, you know, and you can. It's really shitty, grainy, and they're like, it's in like fight compilations every once in a while, like epic fight compilation. You're like, that's a fucking movie.
That's from
That's fake.
Yeah,
That's
100%
choreographed.
Not real.
that's from a mediocre old fight movie.
That was like my favorite thing that came out of that.
Yeah,
Fucking love that movie still.
I like that movie. Yeah,
I should watch it again. It ages super well.
I'm sure. I'm so sure it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's still like, I don't know, the nostalgia.
If you want to be
It's
the
awesome.
best,
You
gotta beat the
best.
it's so stupid.
How would you rate that quote
Infinitely better.
among I Don't Got Friends?
Infinitely better.
Okay.
Yeah. That might be the worst thing that's ever been recorded and put out into the ether. It might be the worst thing ever.
The Vin Diesel quote?
Yeah.
Or Dominic Toretto quote?
Yeah. So bad.
Damn.
Although I do like in that movie when they're at school lunch, I still say it sometimes without even realizing I'm quoting. He sits down to lunch and he's like, carb loading. And he grabs his tater tots. Remember that part? It's so small, and I still say that whenever like Jared,
heard you say it.
whenever Jared will get like a burrito at Beto's with like an extra tortilla, I'll be like, carb loading.
Yeah. I really
just
like
that.
the scene where I think it's in the fifth one. I can't remember his name. Not Ludacris, but the other guy. I can't remember the actor's name.
Tyrese?
Yeah,
Is that it?
Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah, I think that's it. But they're like walking up to the barbecue, and he's like, to The Rock, he's like, "You better hide your baby lotion,
Hide your
And then
baby
The Rock
oil.
goes, you better hide that big ass forehead."
You know, that was unscripted.
And,
Yeah.
And Ludacris, like,
Spit takes.
spits his
Yeah,
beer.
he spits.
and it was an actual...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
You better hide that big ass forehead. And he's like, I was just kidding, man.
I was just kidding.
Hide your baby oil. That's dope.
I feel like
Just
not
love
only are
forehead
those movies
jokes.
terrible, but they've also got a bad taste now that we know that Vin Diesel and The Rock just had a huge falling out and they hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know
That
that.
also feels bad.
Yeah, that's why they don't do any more movies together, because they apparently like hated each other.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
I don't think they
Yeah,
ever
that's-
said why.
That's the first time I've ever heard anyone say The Rock hates anyone.
Yeah, it was just like rumors they had a really bad relationship on set. I was really curious why,
Yeah.
because they
I'd
both
read
seem
that
like
they
nice
almost-
guys.
Yeah, they both seem like good dudes.
I
Mhm.
read that they almost, like, fist fought, on set. I don't know it to be true, but I did read that.
They had to be like separated. They were never in. The only time they were with each other was scenes where they had to be together. Other than that, they were never around.
It's kind of crazy.
I mean, the movies are terrible anyway. I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah.
Those are the only movies where I don't need a petition not to see them.
Yeah.
I just won't.
I just don't need to.
Well, is it that time?
Think so, bruh.
Cool, man. Well, unless anyone else wants to take this.
Nope.
It's all you, bro.
If you have any questions, comments, concerns, death threats, or ransom notes, remember to send them to imwiththeoutcrowd@gmail.com. We are on Twitter at theoutcrowdpod. Find us on Instagram and check out our Discord. Send us a story or just say what's up. Just remember, our opinions don't matter. So why the fuck should yours? See ya.
Okay, bing.
Bye.
Thank you, bing.
Bye. Okay, we'll see you. Okay, bye. Bye, Colton.
Jesus Christ, Jared.
I think this is gonna be my new flex, man.
Liquid
I
death.
think so, man. Yeah.
Like, bro, what is that? Some
To
kind
be
of
honest, that's a very
water.
expensive flex. That's
Liquid
It's
death.
it's a special, like, maybe once a week as the podcast, I'll bring liquid death.
okay.
Retarded.
You want to try it? Go.
Oh, it's just water. I think I'm
It
good.
literally tastes like the water that would come out of the faucet.
It's water out of a can, essentially.
It's not that good. Go for it.
But if you're spending $600 for a feet pick,
You got problems, bro. You got problems.
That's my thing, bro. Pornhub's free.
I see. I was like, what? Why?
Why you gotta pay chick for it? There's hella shit. There's everything on Pornhub that you need, and it's free.
Well, even Google Images. Like,
Right,
Even
yeah.
Google Images.
you could just find
I
pictures
think-
of feet.
You don't even have to incognito it.
So my theory. Because I hate feet. I'm 100% against that. I will never be like, hey, show me your feet.
But a
I
nice
can-
pair of feet is really nice.
I can appreciate a nice pair of feet. But one thing I cannot get past in a relationship is awful feet.
Yeah, that's tough.
Can't do it.
That's tough.
Yeah,
Can't do
it's really hung up our relationship for quite a while.
Well, you got those hobbits' feet.
I know. Every time you've seen me without my socks or shoes on, I can tell that.
I ask you to put socks.
Yeah, you don't want to be seen with me in that moment.